Hey, welcome back to my channel. So, I've gone ahead and I've thought about the whole pregnancy vlog and it ended abruptly. So, of course, I'm coming again with a part 2. So, we ended at a point where I had baby and I learned that someone who was, right next door to me in the ward didn't really have anything for her child and stuff, and she was waiting on her co-workers to foot the bill and buy like everything, like diaper, chemise, clothes, onesies, monkey suits, and all of that jazz that persons get for their baby when they're born. But she didn't really have anything, and I really felt that way. I was like, God had blessed me like bountifully to know that before I even knew the sex of the baby, somebody like called me and was like, I heard that you're pregnant and I'm thinking about doing a care package for you. And when I actually got the care package, I was blown. When I tell you about blown away, I mean blown, like dramatically blown away. I was like, to know that, you have this fetus growing inside of you, and in the backdrop, God is so amazing to just bless you and just send you on the heart of somebody who has just pick up the phone and was like, yo, my girl, I've been thinking about you and I heard about your situation and I decided that I could just spend some money on you. Yeah? I could just spend some money on you. And she spent some money. She spent like a good amount of money because my child, before being shoved out of my womb, she had like clothes and everything go straight up to she being 5 years old, and I never had to buy anything for her where that's concerned. And even though I told my office that I didn't want a baby shower, I don't know, I was just one of those girls that persons are like, okay, do you want a baby shower? I'm like, no. Persons who I dealt with like every single day from different companies, they were like offering me stuff, and I was like, I didn't even mention anything because I knew my office. I'm not going to be here and be like, oh yeah, we are government and we deal with persons outside, suppliers that they want like duties waived and stuff, and they're going to be starting to checking me and being like, girl, you are taking stuff under the table. Because there was this one manufacturer, well, she was just like the rep for them, and she's like, when I came back off of leave, she was like, let me ask you a question. I thought we were cool like that. I was there and I just heard that, oh, you won't be speaking to Nastasia anymore because Nastasia is on maternity leave. And I'm like, you could have told me that you were on maternity leave. I would have sent you a basket. I'm like to myself, honey, I could not accept a basket from nobody. Here I couldn't just get up and just accept a basket, because the first thing that they do when you get into government is like say to you, let me just let you know from early that you can't be accepting gifts of such nature. It's gonna be looked at differently. Yeah, persons hide and take gifts under the table, don't get me wrong. I'm not here to discuss that. So I didn't do that. My cousin also, she had baby like 2 months before me, like a different cousin, of course. And she was like, why you don't just come with me and let's just do a big baby shower? And I was like, no. So you see, that's like what, 2 showers. Office promised me a shower, cousin wanted to double up and have a shower with her, and I'm like, no. And then this lady who, yeah, obviously, well, I know her by her voice and the fact that she called like every single day, but I didn't really know her. She was offering me stuff, and I was like, no. And to know that I had to go, well, I didn't have to, but I decided that, I mean, I have a lot of clothes at home, and this bag was just packed for a extended stay in the hospital that I didn't take because I came out like the next day, and I just gave her everything or most stuff. Yeah, I just gave her them because she and her baby needed them more than I did. Couple months later down the line, a couple months later down the line, when I went back to the hospital to find out, like, to get my maternity leave card, because I didn't get one because I didn't know. They were telling me that this is like the norm here, because I was there for like basically the whole day, while they were at one single piece of paper for say, oh, I had baby at such and such time and stuff. And there was a lady that was there with me, and she was like, she opted to work at the bar near to the hospital, and she didn't tell him that she was pregnant because she wasn't showing and stuff, and they had to wheel her out of the bar, come to the hospital to have her baby, and she didn't have nothing to put the baby in. And I have to be like, wow, you just never know. There are a lot of persons out there that are like going through like so many things, and you're there and you're like to yourself, I'm going through a lot too. Well, don't get me wrong, you are going through a lot, but there are persons out there who are actually going through way more than you can even imagine. I mean, to know that, she is pregnant and she has to be doing a job that she is on her feet for the whole night, not sitting down, because she decided that she wanted to have something to give herself food to eat. I mean, she's around liquor for like the whole time, and I don't know if she's like somebody who gets tipsy easily, because I've never worked bar, but I've always heard of persons who say that whenever you're there, it's like men always try to buy you liquor, try to get you drunk and stuff like that, and or at least mellow enough to hold a certain level of vibes with them. And to know that that's what she had to go through up until her 9th month. I was on a different path. I actually chose to work. I chose to work up until I had my baby. Everybody was sending me home that day. Everybody had been sending me home from like the week before. They're like, you're too close to your due date. I think you should go put up your foot. I think you should go rest and stuff. But there are persons who have to. They literally have to. There was another lady who was like in the hospital with me, and she's like, yeah, I was crying out saying that, okay, I need to leave. I'm tired of this. I'm fed up. I need to go. But she was literally like, nurse, the doctor said him stitch me up and everything, and I know I just have the baby this morning, but I have to go. I have like work to go to. And I'm like, damn, you actually have to go to work right now. I opted for my 40 days to not be at work on maternity leave. Don't you know that there are labor laws? Don't you know? Because I started counseling the girl, and I was like, my girl, there are labor laws that are in place. You don't have to go back to work right now. She's like, let me tell you something. I just gotta be real with you and done. If me don't go back at work tonight, me know so me lose my job. Man not happy, man can't even think straight right about no. I'm like, aren't you in pain? Yeah, man, I just need 2 ibuprofen. I'm good. Someone says, oh, I'm gonna stay with the baby. Somebody must stay home, man. Somebody must stay home, can take care of the baby. And I mean, the baby just come out, so I just barely sleep. The baby I go sleep, and I'm like, wow, you just really and truly never know what is going on with persons, and because of that, I mean, it would be nice to just be a little bit more patient with persons, be a little bit more kind with persons. Just, take your time with them. You really don't know what persons are going through and what type of a life persons have to go home to. There are persons who are out there that are just always smiling, and they're like, why are you just always smiling? But you don't know what they really have to go through. But of course, thank you so much for listening. It's your girl Tycoon. Have yourself a wonderful day. Blessings.